I'm the type of person who likes to make people aware of what I think or what I strongly believe to be true. And a video that I did about a year ago was a perfect example, a very, very perfect example. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I just want to let you know that I'm not the type of person who would like to insult or to deliberately insult someone or something just for the sake of, being mean or hurtful. I just wanted to prove a point, a very, very strong point. Now, I made a video about in October, about a month or so after I started my YouTube channel. And I decided to do this because I strongly felt that I had to, pretty much. And what I did was I made a video that was entitled, "The Holy Bible is Evil and Dangerous." It's garbage, pretty much. I used to believe in God. I got this as a gift from a relative of mine, like about maybe, 8 years ago, I think, something like that, when I used to believe in God. And of course, obviously not anymore. Folks, to all of you, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that atheists and agnostics will agree with me. This book is extremely dangerous. It's mind-controlling garbage. That's all it is. People are going to be feel so betrayed by this. I mean, this is how people would actually go as far as to do it. And I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame them if they end up doing this. Ripping pages of this bullshit book. Just basically ripping it. Because it's bullshit. That's how it is. People are putting their faith in this stupidity. I'm sorry. But this is how I feel. People are putting stupidity in this bullshit book. It's mind-controlling garbage and is extremely dangerous. It's so extremely, so extremely fucking dangerous. I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. The Bible is bullshit. Now, in that video, I was making a very, I guess, in a protest kind of way. I was trying to make a very valid point. And I was hoping that it would actually go viral or kind of viral. I don't know. And knowing the consequences of people getting so offended that they'll actually tell me off and say that I'm going to hell for doing that. How can you rip the Bible pages like that? How can you're a sinner, all sorts of stupid shit. But, and also there was some people that so far said that, like saying, wow, that was very brave. Or like, damn. or saying something like that. But basically, people saying like, dude, I don't know if you should have done that. But there was some people saying, hey, good job, nice video. You know, as a way of saying, yeah, I kind of feel the same way about you. About that, I mean, about the Bible. And of course, sometime later, I don't know when, it was a couple of months ago, where I did like an update on that. And I don't think I did that good of a job of trying to make my point. So I'm doing this one for this reason. Now, when it comes to the Bible, it is in of itself, I don't have any disrespect for something unless I know that it's been corrupted or tampered with. Just putting it that way, in that sense. I don't have any disrespect for the original Bible. I'm talking about the original Aramaic, before certain gospels were taken out, before certain historical context were purposely taken out. There was so many books, I don't know how many books and how many gospels were taken out, and it was tampered with, and it was distorted, and it all had to do with King James. And also, actually, before that, before King James, I'm sorry, it was in 325 AD, during the Council of Nicaea. And that's when books were taken out because they considered it dangerous knowledge. And they didn't want people to be aware of it. So they felt threatened by it. And as a result, they just got rid of those books. And as time went on from them, and then King James, I have a serious problem with the King James Bible. They consider that the actual Bible of God and this and that, which is a bunch of crap, because all it is a tyrannic type of book, where they have these strict laws in which Christian fundamentalists are saying, this is the true word of God. And it tells you how to think, how to feel, the right way to behave, things you shouldn't do. And all these type of things that I believe is fascist. Now, when people are being programmed, when they're being programmed into believing that, because faith and believing in something should be a choice that someone makes. Now, we are taught to believe in God. When I was growing up, I didn't choose to believe in Him. I was taught to believe in Him. And of course, at that age, you pretty much would believe it because, hey, that's what your mom and dad says is real, and that's what these grown-ups say is real. There's also a Satan, and he's evil, and he likes to hurt people, and so you need to believe in Jesus, and then so you start to believe it. You know, just like how, you know, they get you to believe anything else about what is considered to be right and wrong. So I grew up believing that. But then when I got into my teenage years, especially at the age of 13, 14 years old, when I started around that time, I noticed how some of the ideas that they expect a real Christian to behave just didn't make sense to me. I started to actually question some of it. But a part of me was kind of afraid of certain questions that I wanted to ask, because, like, Well, what if the person was going through problems and he did all these bad things, and this person had a messed up childhood. This person went through this, and what of a person who got into a car accident or got mugged and he got hit in the head and he suffered brain damage and he started disrespecting Jesus and stuff like that, but it's not really his fault. What about this and that? And then I was being told, well, God will judge him. Don't worry about it. I mean, and if he's really truly sorry about what he did, he'll judge him and stuff like that. But then, it just didn't make sense to me about how certain things were actually were taught to us to believe to be true. Now, when they do their very best into making sure you don't stray away from the faith, that I also have a serious problem with. So it kind of contradicts the whole idea of you could choose to believe it or not. You have choice to either believe in God if you don't want to. But then they add on to, well, but if you don't believe in God, beware of the consequences because of Satan, because he is real, and then without God's protection, you'll end up your life being ruined by Satan, or if you listen to heavy metal music, which is something that I was really into during my especially during my late teens, and they're saying that's a lot of it's satanic, especially a lot of the black metal and death metal bands that I liked. Not very many, but there was a few that I liked. I mean, and then I liked the posters. I liked the music, and even though some of them had like real cool type of macabre and demonic artwork in some of these albums, I didn't care about liking Satan. I just liked the artwork of some of this stuff, and then I also liked the music. And the more they started criticizing and saying what's considered to be evil, I started to look at it from a logical point of view. My own thinking of what is considered right and wrong. And I'm going to be condemned for doing that? You know, that takes away the whole idea of the whole free will thing. And then they try to brainwash you. They try to brainwash you into believing that you're being manipulated by Satan or by demons, by questioning God. You're being, and then all this type of thing. They pump you full of fucking fear. So much fucking fear. To the point you start doubting your contradictions. They go to an extreme level. I mean, I think some of them, or a lot of them do. And there's some that take it to an extreme level of trying to get you so afraid that you will start questioning your own contradictions just to pull you back into that faith. And they do it by any means necessary. And fear actually helps put people in line. And there's crazy people like that. And then, of course, just people would say, I don't think God is really like that. Why are you pumping people full of fear? And then people will start asking questions like, I wonder if a lot of these religious fundamentalists, whether they're Christian or Jew or whatever, what if they're taking their ideas just way too far?
Go out. Go out and say how do you do.
Shut up, lady. For God's sakes.
Look, you'll have to stop now. You're scaring the children. They should be scared. But yes, they should. Their beautiful, pure little minds have been corrupted with lies. All this talk of a modern God. Or no God. There is one God, the God of the Israelites. And he is a stern and vengeful God. And we have been mocking him far too long. And now he demands retribution in blood. It is time to declare yourselves. Take sides, the saved and the damned. Read the good book. It calls for expiation. Blood. What? Blood. Little Normie was first, and now God calls the rest of us?
Hey, crazy lady. I believe in God, too. I just don't think he's the bloodthirsty asshole you make him out to be.
You take that up with the devil when you run into him. You just chat it over at your leisure.
And don't you see my point? Don't you see my point in that? And then as time went on, it took some years for me to come down to the conclusion that maybe there is no Satan. What if they're using that as a propaganda? And then certain preachers, like Angelica Sobrano, saying that she had a vision of seeing rock stars or famous singers in hell like Selena, and she's being tormented just because she did music that wasn't a blessing to Jesus, that she wasn't honoring him. Like unless she was doing some kind of religious song or whatever like that, but anything about relationships and about being in love and the normal things of life, that she's burning in hell because of it or whatever, and Jesus says there's no hope for her and this and that. I mean, stupid fucking people. Or I think evil people. I think there's someone who's actually evil that would have tried to manipulate people into believing that. That's the thing. And then there's Bob Larson, which was criticizing heavy metal music. He wrote a book which I read concerning that, and he takes it so far, and then all these fake exorcisms that he does. And the thing is, people just try to, like this type of secret campaign or something like that, that tries to convert people, as many people as they can, by any means necessary. And now I'm thinking, not only is God not real, just as well as Satan, because if they're using they're making up the idea of Satan to scare people into their faith, then maybe God is also fake. And then I started to come to the conclusion that that's probably the case. And now I know, not think, I know that's the case. And that's why I did that video when I actually ripped the Bible pages, saying I wouldn't doubt it if they start doing that, or they throw the book away, they burn it, or whatever whatever the case may be. I hope that one day that does happen. I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope it does, so people can fucking wake up. You guys, you people, I mean, you could choose to believe whatever you want. I mean, that's your right. But you gotta question these things if they don't make sense to you. Try to think of the whole idea of what is it do you feel? Not think, what is it do you feel is right and wrong? Not what the Bible tells you, not what you're being taught what is right and wrong. What do you feel about it? And I'm pretty sure there's some things that don't seem right to you. And you have the right to question. I hope more and more people will see that video that I did a year ago. The Holy Bible is Evil and Dangerous. That's the title of it. I just hope that more and more people will see it. I don't know if I should even put it on Facebook. Maybe that would get more attention. But, yeah. Well, anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.